It is Tuesday, October 28, the year 2025. Welcome to Press Review, a program whereby we go through some of the stories that have been written in our daily newspapers. Today, you're with me, Emmanuel Juocha, and my colleague,
Robert Edward.
Robert, watsuka bwanji?
Tatsuka bwino, kaiwe Emmanuel.
Ayi, inenso ndatsuka. Ndifuna ndikukomere mtima oyambe ndiwe chifukwa news imene wanyamula ndikaona nkhani yake munali komweko dzulo. So I'm sure uli ndi zambiri zotutiuze.
Yes, New Dawn as 111 MPs take off, and there is also another interesting story. State residences assessment starts, so we'll start with the parliament story. Which part of it reads, Parliament building in Longwe was yesterday turned into a fashion arena as 111 of the 2023 newly elected legislators dressed to kill on the day they took oath of office. It was a moment when fashion met politics, and the chamber sparkled with fascinators, colorful hijabs and stylish hairdos among female members of parliament. Neatly tailored business suits for other male and female lawmakers, as well as their families, friends, and constituency representatives who watch from the visitors' gallery and set viewing areas were also competing for attention. Parliament Secretariat mounted giant screens in the lobby and the National Assembly main amphitheater, enabling those outside the chamber to have front row view of Malawi's evolving political theater as the 2025-2030 cohort go down to business. So, they've been sworn in. I saw two old guards, the Dr. George Chabonda. We talked to him, and he was saying he has been there. Like this time around, he's going to be in Parliament for it means 26 years. He has been a member of Parliament since 2004.
Okay.
And he's not the only one, actually.
Yeah.
There is also Nabo Njaja. Did you know that Njaja has been a member of Parliament since that time, 2004, and until now he doesn't lose. He keeps on winning. And so we were asking them, what's the formula? They said, so for Japan, they say loyalty matters. You know, he has been DPP and consistently so. He offers himself to be providing counseling and guidance to the new sworn-in members of Parliament. For Mjaja, he says, we have leadership, they have leadership as a party leadership, but they must not forget where they're coming from. They should always go back to the constituencies. They should always make sure that the constituencies are developed. That way, people don't have problems. You know, what makes people change is that there are problems with the person. So if you see Ajina Jabonda Danjaja they have been members of Parliament even when DPP was out of power, but they were able to be re-elected. So I don't think somebody can bring an argument to say the Boma doesn't give us the opportunities, so on and so forth. I think it's the art of understanding kutikodi anthu akufuna jani.
Koma zinali bwanji tu many anthu apunganyuani.
It was great.
Yes.
It was great. A good number of people, or a good number of MPs did not retain who were the previous the cohort. They did not retain. A good number of them, actually, notable figures did not retain. But we saw Oimba yesterday, the musicians Kendo, Fredo Kiss, Skefa. There is also actually another person, Tai B. I don't know if you ever listened to Tyros Bagiri.
Bagiri,
Yes. Oh, Tyros Bagiri, yes. He's a member of Parliament now. And he also got sworn in yesterday. And so I think Kwana mini Tai B sama muziwa. They can say, who is this person? Come on, nyimbo zake Tyros Bagiri. So he also won. And we saw Antoina Soti, Odzwikabwino. They were in other cohorts, not the previous cohort. Yes. Now they're bounced back. The likes of Honorable Patricia Kariati, yes, they were there, and so Yeah, yesterday was great. Outside, indeed, as the story is saying, Anabanga set up my screens. Okay, ndoti pa parliament paja. And then outside outside Polowera
the gate,
yes, Pachipata.
Yeah.
Tisa nafika Pachipata paja after my steps paja behind down there panali the two. Some big screens, the giant screens when I was in it was there and people were able to follow. And if people maybe saw, I think towards Chakumapeto Mazuro Nazabanga post the story a many and Hama Vinila. There is a certain member of parliament, I mean and Hama Mugonda, I think. Yeah. So when people were dancing, okay. So it was great. It was nice. Even in China, I got press gallery. Couldn't even find a place to sit. So kunali andu ambiri. Na andu ambiri. Even maona ziwana akamaliza jivuvuzera. Amena jamandilizira nkutu actually. And one of the officers of parliament amana bwera uzamuleta. That person also came to my rescue because she was right behind me, so you can hear that. But what would you do? I mean, people, it's maybe probably her first time to come to parliament, and she's very excited. You can't start kumarimbana now. Like enough, they rush the protocol and no. It was like that.
This is a video kunkanina. Robert Magetizuro ana team of parliament.
Yes. Magetizuro ana team of parliament. Kumasuda na car 30 minutes ngati zimene. I've seen somebody, I think amabanga za MCB, some guy anali ku State House, the MCB time. He wrote 30 minutes. Yeah, as a person, I wasn't surprised because I know the Anyamara Ujia, so on and so forth. Amabanga za MCB. But it was not true. It was not true that Magets went for 30 minutes. It was. I don't even know if 5 minutes in Awana. Okay. Because yes, Komagutima Godana Timata. Kopusugura Africa 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So Amangubanga exaggerate. Now there is another thing that happened. Honorable Richard Banda got sworn in yesterday, and that Itana. There were people in the gallery. I mean, I'm a lankul and those. They were celebrating. They were cheering and jeering, and then so it was great. Panali Griselda Jeffrey anagana kubereka interview kwa Rankani specifically why if Luntha and doesn't know Luntha somna thandize campaign simuna bwireko kusijwe kwanga ichani ndili ndi wankhotakota community radio station amene ndamandilembera ma story so ndamene ndingampasa interview. So it was myself and I think it Nelson ndi ena my media house in another yes my interview, but she got sworn in yesterday.
Okay.
I got interested to hear the passion and the confidence that some women members of parliament were expressing. I mean, I talked to some member of parliament Zibana Sobaloi from Kafukule, Zimba. And someone from Lilongwe.
Yes.
It's Lilongwe Kampune. Yes, your member of parliament is Katija. So it's Katija Leah. I've just forgotten her last name. Yeah, we also spoke to her, and she looks young. She looks young, and she's very confident to say, guys, Ajinyamata and women, Osamaoba Ndari. Okay, that's what she said. Okay. All right, she said it's a nice game that anybody can play, even women. Okay, so I got very much interested in that, and I think that's a great message to go to women and young people.
In Kanimini, I sense that Sambala, the Dairy Times, women shun speaker role. Nkani hage kwa uhuru mwajidure hagamba mwena kuti pamene parliament tsopano anthu akulumbira ata yambe kukumana pa kuti asankhe speaker wa nyumba ya malamulo zikuoneka kuti azimayi sakuonetsa chidwi chopikisana nawo pamene ndithu taona mbuyomo akulimbikitsa kuti amayi adzitenganawo mbali mundale adzitenganawo mbali maudindo akuluakulu anthu amene aonetsako chidwi pano ndi Adimba komanso Sulemani. So izizi mzodabwitsadi timaona ngati kuti mwina tione ngati mmene zinali mbuyo mu maigorani hala mzimayi amene anali speaker, so we are yet to see mwina kapena masiku akubwera kodi asankhaliti Robert.
It's part 29.
So it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day when we are going to get the speaker. Yes. So today they are finishing the swearing in ceremony, and tomorrow akalumbira sobano their first mandate is going to be to choose their leader, and that's going to be the speaker. And so we will see that tomorrow. And all this, I think, comes to an end tomorrow. Whosoever, yes, actually, it's going to be interesting. This is a very interesting time to be a journalist, I tell you. It's a very interesting time to be a journalist, to get first-hand information, and here, sometimes it becomes interesting. Oh, well, this is what people are thinking, but you know the reality and so on and so forth. So it's great. It's going to be great tomorrow. Just like it's going to be great today, just like it was yesterday. I think this is a Parliament week.
It's a Parliament week.
Yeah, so going back to that story, Minister of Transport and Public Works says it has started assessing state residences to establish their conditions and make recommendations before President Peter Mutharika can move in. The ministry's spokesperson, Watson Mayungo, in an interview yesterday, confirmed that the assessment by the Buildings Department started about a week ago following a request from the state residences. The assessment will be concluded as soon as possible so that whatever will be recommended is attended to soon, he said. But Mayungo said it could not provide details of the scope of the assessment or the findings so far, stating that a report will be submitted to the state residences. How I wish this should be made public, because there have been a lot of things about this. So I think it will be good for in the public interest to also make the report public and not just submitted to the state residents.
Yes, actually.
When I want to go with Kathy Mahuridi, he's going to share with us. I mean, maybe she's going to share with us what the report found. More so that she kind of became a victim.
Yes.
Because of some people were saying what she wrote was not true, so on and so forth. So it may also be in her interest to to share some details in the report. It might not be everything.
Mutharika makes more appointments, and among the appointees, Maulidi, many mwanenera, President wadziko lino dzulo wasankha anthu 6 ndithu, maudindo osiyana asankha Attorney General, komanso Solicitor General, Director of Public Prosecutions, Press Secretary, Chief Advisor on Manifesto Implementation, and Chief Advisor on Religious Affairs. So, President Aovitirira.
Katha Maulidi is been appointed as a Press Secretary.
Yes.
And I knew Katha Maulidi from Miji.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started at Miji, when I was schooling at Miji, that's when I came across her. I mean, there is Kathe and there is, I think you should know Malumbo Ngwira.
Yes.
He is still at Miji, and there is a second of Antu, and then there is this other guy. He's called Mr. Jibwana. Mr. Jibwana is a driver. Okay. He's still a driver at Miji. Okay, so so he because he has been transporting Ajina Kathy, and there is this other guy I've also just forgotten. Leafleted. Yes. Leafleted. Yes. Yeah. We also was working at Miji. If you hear, these are the people. I mean, I think time yeah.
Robert, how does it feel to see one of you?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great. I mean, from the word go, it feels great. For Kathy, I think it's not just about her being appointed. Come on, seeing her moving, rising from the Jibwana time, Mr. Jibwana time. I think is still there, and rising, going up, and now she's the press secretary. I mean, she has found that favor, and so it's great. It feels great. I mean, I think our club is coping.
It's coping, yeah.
Yeah. So it's congratulations to her. And then quickly about the Attorney General.
Yes.
Frank Mbeda is not a strange name in the legal circles, even in the media, because he was much known with the presidential election case in 2019. He was the one representing Professor Peter Mutharika.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He was the one representing Professor Peter Mutharika in 2019. I remember social media at that time, like, this guy is handsome. And so for the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, Counsel Faustino Maere, he is also one of the very notable lawyers. Recently, he was representing, I think he is still representing the, is it Kabambe? Yes, okay. Yeah, in one of the cases. In one of the cases, yeah. And so he's okay. I think I'm a mpanga player. I think in the other. I'm a parasa. I don't. Yeah. Now, so we have Antungara Amene, they have been appointed, and it's great. I saw Kumbo Soko Kulemba about Faustino Maere. Kumamupanga so praise good is good. From their school time, figure Banoba Ndekuti, he has been a good person. Ndekuti between him and Kumbo Soko, and then he was trying to say this guy is good. Okay, and what I'm feeling is, is what Kumbo Soko was expressing per group, so about his friend, Counsel Maere, and that's I connected the feeling, okay, with Catherine Mauridi, and so it's something great. I mean, we need to say these people need to be given support. Zomangana zija, milandu ya kukoti, wabwira anondo kuti mkulu wake ndamene. So if you want to, I remember andani agangara nanena Sunday kuti maunyola aenda. Now mutu amena mazenga milandu uwe ya musankara. So I want to believe kuti ndi aendani. I want to believe, and this is not something that is personal. Penabage, I don't know if it's something to be believed. Some very notable lawyer anazalemba mbuyo mukuti akulu ngati mukuba ndalama za boma pa 6 September boma likazasina don't call me.
Yeah.
I think you saw that.
I saw that.
Yes. I think it was it was purported to be Dr. Chigosa Silungu. Purportedly. I don't know, but I went on his Facebook page. Maybe I went on a wrong Facebook page.
But I saw something like that.
You saw something like that.
I remember
this. Yes. So I mean, udaba. Unjadidwa. Full stop fight. I mean, there is no two ways about
Ombudsman report on immigration probe, January. The Office of the Ombudsman says it plans to release a report on its ongoing systematic investigation into the Department of Immigration Citizenship Service not later than January. In July this year, it called upon the members of the public to provide with information that would aid its systematic investigation at the department. Yes, immigration vachatukuziwa kumachuluka sitopotopo zokamba
aurayamba kuwapanga investigate
kabena choncho mai Grace Malera aunena kuti report lake imene lituluke mu January
lituluka mu
January aunena choncho. Yes,
okay.
Next year January sikalekale we are remaining with only ndoti tingonena kuti mwezi umodzi unondo October ndoti tingona miyezi iwiri kuti tifike January. So
in business, NBM Development Bank secures 2 billion grant from Scottish government, and another story says Malawi economy loses ground to peers. IMF lenders say gap between Malawi regional peers is widening. The International Monetary Fund IMF says Malawi's economy is losing ground to its regional peers as reform momentum stall inflation persists and public debt mounts. In a sub-Saharan African regional economic outlook for October 2005, the global lender said there is a widening gap between Malawi and other economies in the region. While the average growth rate for sub-Saharan Africa is projected at 4%, Malawi's growth is projected at 2.8% this year.
mixed outlook amid mineral export ban. Chikuoneka kuti anthu ena akudandaula ndi kubani imene chiletso chimene boma lidayika pa miyala ya mtengo wapatali kuti zimene zisatulukenso kaye
mpaka nazizionedwa bwinobwino. The fact remains kuti anthu ena ake amadyapo izozo za miyalazi, and the decision yoti yachokera kwa president like that comes as a shock, not what they were believing, and so they can start casting those doubts. However, some of the things should indeed be looked into, because sometimes maybe zinthu zikhoza kuimisidwa and then mwina ndikumaonongaso zinthu zina. Komano anthu ambiri akakhala zoti zinthu zimayendera akabwera munthu wina or president kunena zoti izizi zimeka amakhala zoti waonongera njere. So I think there has to be a balance. The interests of government should be pursued. At the same time, all the things have to be really looked into. Ndimafuna mwabira sports my choice group here to stay. My choice group entertainment. Head of corporate affairs Rithre Motete has assured that the Pay Satellite Television Company will continue to provide its services in Malawi and beyond despite the new acquisition by new owners. So, the new owners are my choice Malawi. Koma kuti ndituzikhala kuti zili bwino be komano ine ndi manena kuti my guys are nowadays if they are not careful with this technology tizakamba kuti kunali
palinkana pakuti 3 arrested for selling BT Debe counterfeit ticket amagulitsa ndithu kunali mpira paja wanoma ndi bullets, so ena amangidwapo kuti amagulitsa matikiti a fake.
And Luntha derby gross revenue drops by 6 million. That's another story on the derby. But Scorchers upbeat vow to seal AFCON qualification against Angola. Fazira says free entry will motivate players. Is that free entry?
Yeah, actually, other banka joncho. Many anaipanga silver strikers. Many masewera ndi Yanga ku Tanzania.
Yes.
Analowa ulere. I say Robert kunali anthu.
Yes.
People and amakonda mpira. Kunali anthu. So if they can do that, you know, the Scorchers when they are playing at home,
is that
akalowe ulere.
Ndio that tizika support. Tiliko mweko. I think it is Ivida. You have been with me, Robert Edward, and my colleague
Emmanuel Chiwocha.
Keep on watching Luntha Television.